With player prices being teased throughout the last few days, the relaunch of Fantasy Premier League for the 2022-23 season is imminent. I'll be putting together my first draft video in the coming days to really kickstart the pre-season content here on the FPLtips channel. But whilst we wait for official FPL to open up, here's my initial reaction to the prices that have been revealed so far. Let's start with goalkeepers then, and what you'll immediately notice is that the bar has been lowered at the premium end, with last season's top scoring goalkeeper Alisson priced at 5.5 million. And that's a strong indication that we won't see any starting goalkeepers at 6 million this year. Typically, we'd never consider Alisson ahead of a third outfield player from Liverpool, but a price decrease for him could create more diversity there. He's now in the conversation along with Robertson and Diaz to supplement the popular duo of Alexander-Arnold and Salah. Chelsea's Edouard Mendy has also been reduced down from a 6 million starting price last season to just 5 million this time around. In doing so, they've reduced the gap from the mid-price options in this position and the budget options, such as Raya and Sanchez. So spending more than 4.5 million on a goalkeeper is something to seriously consider, and that hasn't been the case in recent years. We see this pattern of generous pricing continue amongst the defenders, with some criminally underpriced players such as Tomiyasu and Dunk at 4.5 million, and Cash and Trippier at 5. The creators of the game will be well aware of the current trend towards choosing premium defenders and going big at the back, either in a 4-5-1 or even a 5-4-1 formation. And I imagine a lot of these new prices are designed to tempt us into different ways of thinking. I actually don't mind it. I think it's a good alternative to pricing the premium defenders even higher, which would have been the other way to go to encourage diversity. Whilst the likes of Alexander-Arnold and Cancelo are still very affordable, at 7.5 and 7 million respectively, the bargain options at the lower end and the limited number of defender slots means that splashing out on 4 or 5 premium options in defence is not necessarily a given. They haven't messed around when it comes to the pricing of Mo Salah, however. The Egyptian has received a 0.5 increase from last season, sitting at 13 million after his leading total of 265 points. Luis Diaz remains at 8 million, exactly where he was priced when he joined the Reds in January, and that's low enough to tempt us into selecting him ahead of Andy Robertson for our third Liverpool player. Lower down we've got Marcus Rashford at 6.5 million, surely a bandwagon waiting to happen, especially given the news that Cristiano Ronaldo could be on his way out. Rashford never really got going last season after undergoing surgery for a shoulder issue, but he'll be hoping to reclaim his starting place under new manager Ten Hag. Pedro Neto is another forgotten man who could make a mockery of his £5.5 million price. Formerly a key player for Wolves with 5 goals and 8 assists in the 2020-21 campaign, the Portuguese winger was slowly working his way back into the team at the end of last season after a lengthy layoff through injury. Southampton's Stuart Armstrong could also be one to watch at just 5 million. Earning regular starts since the turn of the year, no teammate took as many as his 34 shots during the second half of the season. His 3 goal involvements all came in the final 13 game weeks, during which time he trailed only James Ward-Prowse for points among Southampton players. Finally, we move on to the forwards, where new arrival Erling Haaland has been priced at 11.5 million alongside Harry Kane. The fact that Haaland is cheaper than De Bruyne and the same price as Kane means he's likely to be in a lot of teams come game week 1. Further down we've got a bunch of 7.5 options, Watkins, Bamford, Antonio and Wilson, but I prefer the look of Ivan Toney at 7 million to start the season, given Brentford's generous schedule. I'm a little bit surprised they've not gone lower with a lot of the mid-priced and budget forwards. I thought they might have tried to tempt us into using 2 or 3 starting forwards by giving us more underpriced players in that position. But as it stands, I can see 5-4-1 or 4-5-1 both proving to be popular formations to start with. So those are some early thoughts from me on player pricing. Let me know who's caught your eye so far in the comments below, and stay tuned for more videos throughout pre-season here on the FPLtips channel.